It's Mr. Goodbud. Now it's another brand new today. Told you we loaded you up with brand new. Bright color, you can see it right there on the screen. And this is a good one because it's long lasting, right into the late fall for you. M67010, that's the item number you'll need. Look at this garden. Okay, wait until you see the next shot. This is another, oh, I love the mix of textures.
Yes.
This one's more of a lower plant then.
Yep.
This is a good border.
It's a great border, nice compact plant, gets to be about 15 inches tall. So we've got our bee balm coming up next, which is about the same size, so you could alternate those two together. And I know so many of you love succulents. This is a leaf that looks a lot like a succulent, but here where we live in Pennsylvania, and for most of us in the country, we can't grow succulents outside. And so we have to bring them indoors. These are not succulents, but they're in the same family and they're hardy. They can grow in zones 4 through 9, which means cold and hot.
And when you say they grow, as in I don't have to bring them in?
Correct.
Okay, good.
All right. That's a lot, I know. That's a lot of work.
I love that. I'm just already thinking along my walkway, and look at the bright pinks, those fuchsias lining the walkway.
Yes.
All right. 3 pieces. So here's what you'll receive. We're gonna show you how they ship to you. But what is the term is sedum?
Sedum, that's right. And so there are so many varieties of sedum. There's little short ones. There's ones with all kinds of spiky leaves. So all different kinds, just like succulents.
Okay.
They're all different kinds of sedum. In fact, one of the first plants when I moved into my first home, my starter home, first plants I ever had was a sedum plant because they are so easy to grow. They're like one of those foundation plants that you probably that you have at your house. You might have sedum at your house. They are a pretty classic staple, but this is an upgrade on that classic, traditional sedum where you're not only getting that bright purple color, but you are getting more blooms on them and longer bloom time. So these will start to bloom for you in the midsummer.
Okay.
And then there'll be that pollinator plant or that color bridge for you all the way through till fall. It's going to be the last thing blooming in your garden. Okay. You'll be out trick-or-treating for Halloween or answering the door on Halloween, and these things will still be blooming.
And I'll be saying, oh, look at my beautiful sedum.
Mr. Goodbud.
Mr. Goodbud. He's so reliable. Great price on this, $24.70. All right, now, question for you. Could these be an indoor or house plant for me?
So different than succulents, I think that they need lots of bright sun.
Okay.
So, and they also need a period of frost. And so that's why we're talking when we say zone 9 and not zone 10. That's one of those little hints. If it doesn't go all the way to zone 10, it does need to get cold.
Okay.
Maybe a day of frost. It doesn't need to be a lot, but it does need to get frost so it just falls asleep, wakes back up.
It needs those
That's
reminders.
something that some plants need. Yeah.
I'm just really fascinated because, as you said, it has this succulent look.
Yes.
But then these, let's talk about the buds, the flowers.
Yes.
These are very unique looking.
And, one of the questions you had was, well, am I just going to have a hole in my, these don't bloom until midsummer, so will it be a hole? They'll start to bloom, they'll have these cool succulent leaves, and these are the flowers before they turn in that midsummer. That's when they start to turn the pink color. And so starting late spring, you'll start to have the shoots will start to pop up. Then you'll have these thick, waxy leaves. Then you'll have these cool green, they almost look like broccoli, cool green buds. Then midsummer, when it really gets hot, is when they start to turn pink. And you'll see, some of them will still be green. I love when they start to turn pink. It's so cool to watch almost daily. You can see them deepen and deepen and change in their color.
So kind of a color changer too.
Kind of, yeah.
All right, so you saw how it arrived. That's actually a very well established.
Very well established. And in fact, in some regions, if you don't get below freezing, this will be an evergreen plant for you, which means that the flowers will die back, but it will stay green. And I know we all want that. I mean, certainly, I had a friend come up to my house who lives in Florida, and he approached my door a couple weeks ago. So it's the middle of winter. He said, I thought your garden would look nicer.
Yeah, I know you were like, you know what?
I'm gonna. Said, it's winter time. So, our gardens do go to sleep, but there's also nice places where you can pop in green, and this is one of those plants for some of us that will remain evergreen.
Okay, now type of soil or what type of areas will our sedum enjoy living in?
So sedum like full sun. They also they can handle drought. So if you have periods, if you live in the Southwest or even here in Pennsylvania in the summer, we can go for long stretches without rain. So in their first year, as you're growing your Mr. Goodbud or any of the plants, any plants that you buy anywhere, you make sure that you give them that water. But after year 1, these will need nothing, and they will give you these cool, I dare say they still look like broccoli, but just pink broccoli.
But now we're seeing so much of the pink, but those succulent type leaves are still underneath?
They're still underneath, yeah. And because these are more compact than, and you can see them in this picture here, that you can still see the leaves. These are going to be about 15 inches tall, so they're not huge plants. So they're going to be a nice, you know, border plant. They'll be even a nice container plant.
All right. Well, here you're seeing there's a close-up shot of the leaves. Then you also see that hot pink bouquet that shoots up.
Oh, and I love the succulent leaves. I mean, everybody loves succulents. They're such a popular plant right now, and obviously they're very architectural, right?
But did you see the viral video that came out where somebody was sharing how proud she was of her succulent that she watered, and it turned out to be plastic the whole time?
No, I did not see that. Oh, that poor
she
thing.
Didn't know. Okay, look at how Katie just color coordinated your garden for you.
So,
the lavender.
Yes.
This is our sedum, our Mr. Goodbud we just featured. And then going into
our bee balm.
Our red raspberry wine bee balm. We're going to talk about that next. So you can create this. They're all like the perfect stair-step height too.
They are.
Did you plan that, Katie?
I'm
just saying. All right. So